God is warning you about someone whose name begins with the letter R. Listen to this right now within the next few seconds. You may not believe what is about to be revealed. The name connected to this warning is getting ready to come into the light. Do not scroll past this, because what I am about to show you is not random, and it will not come to you again in this exact way. I am speaking directly to you because something hidden around your life is beginning to surface, and it carries both warning and protection. This is urgent because the person connected to the letter R has already started influencing your path. If you ignore this, you may miss a moment that could change everything for you. I'm calling you now because I want to protect you, guide you, and open your eyes before it is too late. Stay with this and listen carefully, because what you are about to hear is meant for you. Type yes to affirm. You have been sensing something in your spirit, even if you could not explain it clearly. I placed that awareness within you so you would not walk blindly into something that could disturb your peace or delay your purpose. The name beginning with R is not showing up in your life by accident, and it carries a deeper meaning that you need to understand right now. This is not about fear, it is about clarity. Because I do not give warnings without also giving you the strength to stand protected. I am showing you this because you are chosen, and I do not leave my chosen ones without guidance when something important is unfolding around them. There is a shift happening around you, and it involves energy, decisions, and hidden intentions that are beginning to reveal themselves. The person connected to R may have already spoken words into your life, or they may soon come closer in a way that feels natural at first. Pay attention to how you feel when you are near them or when their name enters your thoughts, because your spirit will recognize what your eyes cannot yet see. I am asking you to trust that inner knowing because it is my voice guiding you gently, but firmly. If something feels unsettled, do not dismiss it, because that feeling is part of the protection I have placed over you. Take a moment and show your faith by liking this video, because your action helps this warning reach others who need it just as much as you do. You are not being warned, so you will distance yourself from everyone. You are being warned, so you can become aware and wise about who you allow into your space. The person with the initial R carries something that may test your strength or reveal your growth, depending on how you respond. That is why I am speaking now, because I want you to stand in your strength instead of being caught unprepared. You have already overcome things that once tried to break you, and this is another moment where your awareness will protect your future. Do not underestimate this, because small moments often carry the largest consequences. I have seen the times when you felt confused by certain conversations or actions that did not fully make sense. Those moments were not random, and they were not meaningless. They were signs meant to draw your attention. The more you begin to notice the patterns, the clearer everything will become, and you will understand why I am speaking so directly right now. You are not alone in this, and you are not expected to figure everything out by yourself. I am guiding you step by step so that nothing meant for your harm will remain unnoticed or unchallenged. The name connected to the letter R is tied to a lesson, but it is also tied to a decision you will soon need to make. This decision will not be forced on you, but it will ask you to choose between what feels easy and what is truly right for your spirit. I want you to choose what aligns with your peace, even if it feels difficult in the moment. When you choose with wisdom, you align yourself with my protection, and no hidden intention can take control over your path. You are stronger than you think, and you are more protected than you realize. There is also something deeper you must understand, and it is this: not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Some people arrive as tests, some as lessons, and some as confirmations of your growth. The person with the initial R may fall into one of these roles, and your awareness will determine how that role affects you. Do not become emotionally blind to what you already sense, because your clarity is your shield. I have already given you the ability to sense what is right and what is not, and now I am asking you to use it fully. Type 111 if you walk by faith. You are not being warned to create fear inside your heart, but to strengthen your discernment so you can walk forward without confusion. When you understand what is happening, you no longer become vulnerable to hidden intentions or unclear motives. You become steady, aware, and grounded in truth. And that is where your power grows. I am revealing this now because the timing matters, and what happens next in your life will require you to be fully awake to what is around you. This is not something to ignore because it carries a message that is meant to guide your next steps. The person connected to the letter R is already part of your story, whether through direct contact, memory, or a path that is about to cross yours again. This is why I continue to speak, because I want you to see clearly before anything becomes complicated. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work, just the right words? This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free, financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public, and now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There are moments you have already experienced where something did not feel fully right, even if everything looked normal on the surface. Those moments were not misunderstandings, and they were not you overthinking. That quiet hesitation you felt was a signal, and I was the one placing it within you, so you would not move forward blindly. The person tied to the initial R carries an influence that requires you to stay grounded, because their presence can either pull you into confusion or push you into growth depending on how you respond. This is not about labeling them as good or bad, but about recognizing what their presence awakens inside you. You must begin to observe more carefully, not with fear, but with calm awareness. Notice how your energy shifts when this person is mentioned, seen, or remembered. Notice the small changes in your thoughts, your emotions, and even your peace. These are not random reactions, because your spirit recognizes things long before your mind can explain them. I want you to trust that inner response, because it is not misleading you. It is guiding you toward clarity, and clarity is what will keep you protected in the days ahead. Type 777 to receive blessings. There is something about this connection that feels unfinished, and that is because there is still something you must understand from it. Not every connection is meant to last, but every connection carries a purpose. The person with the letter R may have been placed in your life to reveal something about yourself that you could not see before. They may have shown you your strength, your boundaries, or even your vulnerability in ways that changed how you see the world. Do not ignore what you have already learned, because that knowledge is part of the protection I am building around you. At the same time, you must not allow familiarity to blind your discernment. Just because someone has been part of your life does not mean they have the same place in your future. You are growing, and as you grow, your environment must also shift to match the direction I am leading you toward. The person connected to R may not be aligned with where you are going, and that is something you must accept without resistance. Holding on to what no longer serves you will only create delays in the blessings that are already prepared for you. There is also a layer of truth that has not yet fully revealed itself, and it is connected to something this person has not said openly. You may have felt that something was being held back, something that was not fully expressed or explained. That feeling was not false, and it was not your imagination creating doubt. I allowed you to sense that because I wanted you to stay aware and not become too trusting without understanding the full picture. Truth has a way of revealing itself, and when it does, it will confirm everything you have been sensing. Type 1. 2. 1. 2. If you trust in Jesus, you must prepare yourself for a moment of realization, because something is going to become clear in a way that cannot be ignored. This may come through a conversation, an action, or even a sudden understanding that feels undeniable. When that moment comes, do not hesitate or second guesses what you feel. I want you to stand firm in your clarity and not allow emotions to pull you back into confusion. Your peace must always come before your attachment, because peace is where my presence rests within you. You have been through situations before where you ignored your inner voice, and those moments taught you valuable lessons. You learned what happens when you overlook signs and continue forward without full awareness. I do not want you to repeat those experiences, and that is why I am speaking to you now with such urgency. This is your opportunity to respond differently, to choose wisdom over comfort, and to walk in a way that protects your future instead of risking it. You are not the same person you were before, and your choices must reflect that growth. There is also something important you must understand about timing. Not everything is meant to be addressed immediately, and not every realization requires a reaction in that same moment. Sometimes the most powerful response is stillness and observation. I want you to take in what you see, understand what it means, and then move forward with intention instead of impulse. This is how you remain in control of your path. And this is how you avoid being influenced by things that are not aligned with your purpose. The presence of this person is not stronger than my protection over you, and nothing they carry can override what I have already placed inside you. You are covered, you are guided, and you are not walking through this alone. Even when things feel uncertain, my hand is still leading you, and my voice is still speaking to you in ways that you can recognize. You do not need to fear what is ahead, because awareness removes the power of anything that tries to remain hidden. When you see clearly, you stand firmly, and when you stand firmly, nothing can shake you. As you continue forward, you will begin to notice changes not only in how you see this person, but in how you see yourself. You will recognize your strength more clearly, and you will understand why certain things had to unfold the way they did. Nothing you experienced was wasted, and nothing you learned was without purpose. Every moment has been shaping you into someone who can stand with confidence and clarity, even when faced with uncertainty. There are layers to this situation that you are only now beginning to uncover. What once felt confusing is slowly turning into understanding, and what once felt uncertain is starting to reveal its truth. I have been guiding your thoughts, your feelings, and even your pauses, so that you would not rush past something important. The person with the letter R may have shown different sides of themselves at different times, and that inconsistency is something you must not ignore. When patterns begin to show themselves, they are not meant to be dismissed, because patterns reveal truth without needing explanation. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You are not meant to carry confusion in your heart, and you are not meant to stay in situations that disturb your peace. I created you to walk in clarity, strength and quiet confidence, not in doubt or emotional instability. The presence of this person may have caused you to question yourself at times, and that is something I want you to pay close attention to. When a connection causes you to lose your sense of peace, it is a sign that something is not aligned with your purpose. I am bringing this to your awareness so that you can stand firm and not allow anything to shake what I have already built inside you. Type 222. If you trust God. There is also something about this connection that may have felt familiar, almost as if it was meant to happen. That feeling can sometimes make you overlook what is actually taking place beneath the surface. Familiarity can create comfort, but comfort does not always mean alignment. I want you to separate what feels comfortable from what is truly right for your spirit. When you do this, you will begin to see the difference between what draws you in and what actually strengthens you. The name connected to R is also tied to a moment that will test your ability to choose wisely. This moment may not appear dramatic, but it will carry weight in how your future unfolds. You may be given an opportunity to engage more deeply, to reconnect, or to make a decision that feels simple on the outside. Do not rush into that moment without awareness, because your response will determine whether you move forward in peace or return to confusion. I am giving you this understanding now so that when that moment arrives, you will recognize it and respond with strength. You must also understand that not every person who enters your life carries your best interest in the way you expect. Some people come with intentions that are not fully clear, even to themselves. This does not make them entirely harmful, but it does mean that you must be wise in how much access you allow them to have. The person with the initial R may not fully understand the effect they have on your life, but that does not change the impact of their presence. You must take responsibility for protecting your peace, because your peace is sacred and it must not be compromised. Type 10 to claim miracles. There is a reason why I am repeating this sense of awareness to you, and it is because I do not want you to fall back into patterns that you have already outgrown. You have come too far to return to confusion, and you have learned too much to ignore what you now understand. This is a moment where your growth must become visible through your choices. You are no longer the person who overlooks signs or ignores what you feel deep inside. You are someone who sees clearly, understands deeply, and acts with intention. There may also be a moment where you are tempted to give this person the benefit of the doubt in a way that overlooks what you already know. I want you to be kind, but I also want you to be wise. Kindness does not require you to ignore truth, and understanding does not require you to accept what disturbs your peace. You can care without allowing yourself to be pulled into something that does not serve your growth. This is where your strength will show, not in how much you tolerate, but in how clearly you choose what aligns with your spirit. You are being prepared for something greater, and that preparation requires you to release anything that could slow you down or distract you from your path. The presence of this person may have been part of your journey, but it is not necessarily part of your destination. I want you to hold that understanding gently but firmly, because it will guide you when emotions try to cloud your clarity. You are not meant to carry everything with you into your future, and some connections must be left behind so that new doors can open. There is also protection surrounding you in ways you cannot fully see, and that protection is active even now. Every time something did not go the way you expected, there was a reason behind it. Every delay, every change, and every unexpected turn was part of keeping you aligned with what is meant for you. The person connected to R is part of that process, and even their presence has served a purpose in your life. Nothing has been wasted, and nothing has been without meaning. As you move forward, you will begin to feel a stronger sense of direction, and that direction will not feel forced. It will feel calm, steady, and certain because it will come from a place of clarity. I want you to follow that feeling without hesitation, because it is where I am leading you. When you walk in alignment with that clarity, you will notice that confusion begins to fade and peace begins to grow. This is how you will know that you are on the right path. There is still more that you will come to understand about this connection, and I will continue to reveal it to you in the right moments. You are not being left to figure this out alone, and you are not walking through this without guidance. Stay aware, stay grounded, and stay connected to the voice within you that is guiding you toward truth. Everything that is being revealed is for your protection, your growth and your future, and nothing will be shown to you without purpose. You are reaching a deeper level of understanding now, and that is because you have stayed attentive instead of turning away from what you feel. I am not revealing these things to overwhelm you, but to strengthen you so that you can walk forward without uncertainty. The person connected to the initial R is becoming clearer in your awareness, not because they have changed suddenly, but because your perception is sharpening. You are beginning to see beyond words, beyond appearances, and into the patterns that truly define a person's influence. This is the clarity I wanted you to reach, because once you see clearly, you cannot be misled in the same way again. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a truth about this connection that is quietly settling into your spirit. Even if you have not spoken it out loud, you have sensed that something is not fully aligned, and that awareness has been growing stronger with time. I want you to trust that realization, because it is not coming from fear or doubt, but from discernment. Discernment is a gift I have placed within you so that you can recognize what supports your purpose and what distracts from it. When you honor that gift, you protect yourself in ways that no outward defense ever could. You may also notice that when you step back emotionally, things begin to make more sense. When you are not caught in the pull of feelings, you can see actions, intention, and patterns more clearly. This is why I am guiding you toward a place of calm observation instead of reaction. I want you to respond with clarity, not with confusion. Clarity keeps you steady, even when the situation around you feels uncertain. The person connected to the letter R may still try to pull you back into familiar patterns, but your awareness will decide whether you follow that pull or stand firmly in what you know. Type 555 to embrace change. There is also something important you need to understand about your own growth. You have reached a point where you are no longer meant to ignore what you feel just to keep things comfortable or avoid difficult moments. Your peace matters more than temporary ease, and your future matters more than repeating old cycles. This connection may test your ability to choose yourself in a way you have not done before. This is not about rejection or coldness, but about alignment and self-respect. You have carried kindness in your heart, and that kindness is part of your strength, not your weakness. But kindness must be joined with wisdom, or it can lead you into situations where you keep giving more than you receive. I do not want you to lose your kindness. I want you to protect it. Not everyone deserves full access to your heart. And not every connection deserves your continued energy. The person connected to R may not understand the value of what you offer, and that is something you must recognize without trying to change them. Type 888 to receive abundance. There is also a shift happening inside you, preparing you for something greater than what you have experienced so far. This shift requires you to release attachments that no longer align with your growth, even if those attachments once felt important. Letting go does not mean they were meaningless. It means their purpose has been fulfilled. The presence of this person may have served its role in your life. And now you are being guided to move beyond it with clarity instead of confusion. This is how you create space for what is truly meant for you. You may feel moments of hesitation where one part of you wants to hold on, while another part knows it is time to move forward. This is a natural part of growth, and it does not mean you are making the wrong choice. It simply means you are transitioning from one phase of your life into another. I am with you in that transition, guiding you gently but firmly toward what is right for your spirit. You do not need to force anything, because what is meant for you will align with your peace, not disturb it. The person with the initial R may also begin to change how they interact with you, especially as you become more aware and grounded. When you stop responding in the same way, the dynamic will shift, and that shift will reveal even more about their intentions. Pay attention to how they respond to your boundaries, because that response will tell you more than their words ever could. Someone who respects your growth will honor your boundaries, while someone who does not may try to challenge or ignore them. This is where your clarity will guide you in deciding how to move forward. You are not being asked to create conflict or distance harshly, but to stand in quiet strength. There is power in calm decisions, and there is strength in choosing what aligns with your spirit without needing to explain yourself to everyone. You do not owe your peace to anyone, and you do not need approval to choose what is right for you. I am reminding you of this because I want you to feel confident in your decisions, not uncertain or hesitant. Your path belongs to you, and you are allowed to walk it in a way that protects your growth. There is also a deeper layer of protection surrounding you, and it becomes stronger as you align with this awareness. Every time you choose clarity instead of confusion, you strengthen that protection. Every time you listen to your inner voice instead of ignoring it, you move closer to the path I have prepared for you. This is not only about one person or one situation. It is about the way you move through your life as a whole. You are learning to walk with awareness, and that awareness will guide you in ways you cannot fully see yet. As you continue forward, you will notice that your peace becomes more consistent and your clarity becomes more stable. Situations that once felt overwhelming will no longer affect you in the same way because you will understand them more deeply. The person connected to R will no longer feel as confusing because you will begin to see their role clearly. This is the transformation taking place within you, and it is leading you into strength, confidence, and peace. There is a quiet truth settling into your heart, and it is becoming stronger with every moment you remain attentive. You have started to notice that your energy shifts when this person enters your thoughts or your space, and that shift is not without reason. I want you to understand that your peace is your foundation, and anything that disturbs it must be examined with honesty. The connection with this person is showing you something important about your boundaries and your values. When you honor those boundaries, you protect not only your present, but also your future. Type 333-2 affirme protection. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You may also begin to see that certain things this person says or does do not fully match. And that inconsistency is something you must not overlook. Words can create comfort, but actions reveal truth. And I want you to pay attention to what is consistently shown rather than what is occasionally said. The person with the letter R may not always be direct, and that lack of clarity can create confusion if you are not fully aware. I am guiding you to look beyond surface impressions and into the patterns that truly define their presence. When you do this, you will understand why I am asking you to remain alert. There is also a deeper realization coming to you about how much you have grown, and that growth is changing how you respond to everything around you. You are no longer reacting from a place of uncertainty, but from a place of quiet strength. This is important because your response determines how situations unfold in your life. The person connected to R may try to interact with you in ways that once felt normal. But you will notice that those same interactions now feel different. That difference is your growth, and it is guiding you toward better decisions. Type 999 to receive divine guidance. You must also understand that you are not responsible for fixing or changing anyone. Your role is not to carry someone else's confusion or to adjust your truth to match their comfort. The connection with this person may have made you feel like you needed to understand them more deeply or give them more chances than necessary. I want you to release that responsibility because your focus must remain on your own alignment and your own peace. When you take back your energy, you regain your strength and your clarity. There is a moment approaching where you will be given a clear opportunity to respond differently than you have before. This moment may seem simple, but it will carry a deeper meaning because it reflects your growth. You may be faced with a choice to engage, to step back, or to set a boundary in a way that feels new to you. Do not hesitate in that moment because your awareness has prepared you for it. When you act with clarity, you break cycles that once held you in confusion. You have already felt the difference between when you are aligned and when you are not. And that feeling is your guide. When you are aligned, there is a calmness that does not need explanation. When you are not, there is a tension that cannot be ignored, even if you try to overlook it. I want you to follow the calmness, because that is where your path becomes steady. The person with the initial R may not bring that same calmness, and that is something you must accept without trying to change it. There is also something you must understand about timing, because not every realization needs to be acted upon immediately. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is observe and allow things to unfold without forcing a response. I am guiding you to move with intention, not with urgency, because true clarity does not rush. When the right moment comes, you will know exactly what to do without confusion. Trust that timing because it is part of the protection I have placed over your life. As you continue forward, you will notice that your sense of self becomes stronger and more grounded. You will no longer feel the need to question your own instincts or to second guess what you feel. This is the result of you choosing awareness over avoidance, and it is creating a new level of confidence within you. The connection with this person will no longer feel overwhelming because you will see it for what it truly is. When you understand something clearly, it loses the power to confuse or control you. You are also being prepared for connections that will align with your growth and your peace. Not everyone you meet will challenge your clarity, because there are people who will support your path without creating confusion. By recognizing what does not align, you are making space for what does. This is why I'm guiding you through this understanding, because it is leading you towards something better. What you release now is creating room for what is meant to come into your life next. There is something important happening inside you right now, and it is a strengthening of your discernment. You are learning to recognize truth without needing constant confirmation from others. This is a powerful shift, because it means you are beginning to trust what you feel at a deeper level. The connection with this person may have once caused you to question yourself, but now you are seeing things with a steadier perspective. You are no longer easily swayed by words or appearances, because you are paying attention to what is consistent and real. Type 444 to claim protection. There are still moments where you may feel a pull toward what is familiar, and that is something I want you to handle with awareness. Familiarity can create a sense of comfort even when it is not aligned with your growth. The person with the letter R may represent something that feels known, something that once held meaning or connection, but I want you to understand that not everything familiar is meant to continue with you into your future. Growth requires you to choose what aligns with your current path, not what once felt right in a different season of your life. You may also begin to notice that your responses are changing in ways that feel natural but new. Where you once reacted quickly, you now pause and observe. Where you once felt uncertain, you now feel a quiet confidence guiding your thoughts. This is not something you are forcing, because it is the result of your awareness growing stronger. The presence of this person may still bring moments of reflection, but it no longer holds the same influence over your decisions. This is how you know that you are moving forward and not staying in the same place. Type 666 to release fear. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, clear debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is also a deeper understanding coming to you about your worth and the value of your peace. You are beginning to see that your energy is not something to be given freely without consideration. The connection with this person may have required more from you than it gave in return, and that imbalance is something you are now recognizing. I want you to honor your worth by choosing where your energy goes, because your energy shapes your experiences. When you give it to what is aligned, it multiplies your peace. But when you give it to what is not, it creates confusion. You are not meant to carry the weight of someone else's uncertainty, and you are not meant to adjust your clarity to fit into someone else's comfort. The person connected to R may not fully understand your growth, and that is not something you need to fix. Your responsibility is to stay aligned with what you know is right for you. When you do this, you remain grounded, and nothing can pull you away from your path. This is the strength I want you to walk in, because it keeps you steady no matter what is happening around you. There may also come a moment where this person attempts to reconnect with you in a way that feels familiar. That moment will be important, because it will test how firmly you stand in your clarity. You may feel a brief pull to respond in the way you once did. But I want you to pause and remember what you have already learned. Your past experiences have given you insight, and that insight must guide your present choices. When you respond from awareness instead of habit, you break cycles that once repeated themselves. You have already come through situations that required strength, even when you did not feel fully prepared. Those experiences were shaping you for moments like this, where your clarity matters more than your comfort. The connection with this person is not here to confuse you anymore, because you now have the understanding to see it clearly. This is your opportunity to choose differently, to act with intention, and to protect the peace that you have worked to build. You are not the same as you were before, and your choices will reflect that. There is also something you must remember about my presence in your life. I am not distant from what you are experiencing, and I am not unaware of the details that concern you. I see everything, and I guide you through what you cannot fully see yet. The awareness you have gained is part of that guidance, and it is something you can rely on. You do not need to search for answers outside of what you already feel within, because I am speaking to you through that clarity. As you continue forward, you will notice that your sense of peace becomes more stable and less dependent on external situations. This is because you are aligning with truth instead of reacting to uncertainty. The person with the initial R will no longer hold the same weight in your mind because you will understand their role without confusion. When something is understood, it no longer controls your thoughts or your emotions. This is the freedom that comes from clarity, and it is something you are stepping into now. There is something happening within you that you may not fully recognize yet, and it is a deep strengthening of your inner voice. You are no longer ignoring what you feel, and you are no longer questioning your instincts in the same way. This is not something small because it changes how you move through every situation in your life. The connection with this person has been part of that growth, even if it did not feel that way at first. Every moment of uncertainty has led you to this place of understanding, and nothing you experienced has been without purpose. Type 1 to affirm alignment. You may notice now that when you think about this person, your response is different than it used to be. There is less confusion, less emotional pull, and more observation. This is because you are no longer looking at the connection through uncertainty, but through clarity. The person with the letter R may still exist in your life in some form, but their influence over your thoughts and emotions is changing. This is how you know that you are gaining control over your path instead of being affected by it. There is also something important you must understand about your peace, because it is not something that should depend on another person's behavior. Your peace comes from alignment with truth, and when you stay aligned, nothing outside of you can take that away. The connection with this person may have once affected your peace, but that influence is fading as your awareness grows stronger. You are learning to remain steady even when things around you are not fully clear. This is a powerful place to be, because it means you are no longer easily shaken. Type 1-3 to claim strength. You are also beginning to understand that not every connection requires closure in the way you once believed. Sometimes clarity itself is the closure, and understanding replaces the need for explanation. The person connected to R may not give you the answers you once thought you needed, but you are finding those answers within your own awareness. This is where your strength grows, because you are no longer dependent on someone else's words to understand your experience. You are seeing things as they are, and that is enough. There may be moments where you reflect on what this connection meant to you and how it shaped your perspective. That reflection is not meant to pull you back, but to show you how far you have come. You are no longer in the same place emotionally or mentally, and that change is important. I want you to recognize your growth without holding on to what you have already outgrown. When you acknowledge your progress, you step more confidently into what is ahead. You must also remember that your path is not meant to be filled with confusion or constant questioning. I am guiding you toward a life where your direction feels clear and your steps feel steady. The presence of this person was part of your journey, but it is not meant to define your future. You are moving into a new phase where your decisions are based on understanding rather than uncertainty. This is where your life begins to align more fully with what is meant for you. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, clear debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is also a quiet strength building inside you that will show itself in the way you respond to situations moving forward. You will no longer feel the need to explain yourself or to justify your choices to those who do not understand them. This is not because you have become distant, but because you have become grounded. The connection with this person has helped you reach this place, even if it did not feel that way at the time. Every experience has been shaping you into someone who can stand firm in their truth. As you continue forward, you will notice that your focus begins to shift away from what once occupied your thoughts. You will start to see new opportunities, new connections, and new paths opening in front of you. This is not random, because when you release what no longer aligns, you create space for what does. The person with the initial R is no longer at the center of your awareness, because your path is expanding beyond that connection. This is the movement I have been guiding you toward. There is still guidance being given to you, even in the quiet moments where nothing seems to be happening. I am present in those moments, helping you stay aligned and grounded. You do not need to search for signs outside of what you already feel within. Your clarity is your confirmation, and your peace is your direction. When you follow that, you will not lose your way. There is a calmness beginning to replace the tension you once felt. And that calmness is not empty. It is filled with understanding, with clarity, and with quiet strength that does not need to prove itself. You are no longer reacting from a place of uncertainty, because you now recognize what aligns with your peace and what does not. The connection with this person has reached a point where it no longer holds power over your emotions in the same way. This is not because the situation has changed, but because you have type 1414 to affirm clarity. You have grown into someone who can see without needing everything to be explained. And that is a powerful place to stand. The person with the letter R may still exist in your awareness, but they no longer define your direction. You are no longer looking at them to understand yourself, because you now understand who you are without needing their reflection. This is the freedom that comes from clarity, and it is something that cannot be taken away from you once it is fully realized. There is also a deeper sense of closure forming within you, even if no words have been spoken to create it. Closure does not always come from conversation or explanation, but from understanding that settles within your own spirit. You are reaching that understanding now, and it is allowing you to release what you no longer need to carry. The connection with this person has completed its role in your life, and you are no longer tied to it in the way you once were. This is not loss, but transition into something greater. Type 1515 to receive peace. You may notice that your thoughts about this person are becoming less frequent, and when they do appear, they do not carry the same weight. This is a sign that you are moving forward, not by force, but by natural alignment with your growth. You are not pushing anything away, but you are no longer holding on to it either. This balance is where your strength becomes steady, because you are no longer influenced by what does not align with your path. The person connected to R is now part of your past understanding, not your present direction. There is also something important happening in how you see your future because it is no longer shaped by uncertainty. You are beginning to sense new possibilities, new paths, and new connections that feel more aligned with your peace. This is not something you need to search for because it will come naturally as you continue to move forward with clarity. What you have released has created space, and that space is already being prepared for something better. I am guiding you into that space step by step. You are also learning that your worth is not determined by how others respond to you, but by how you remain aligned with your truth. The connection with this person may have tested your sense of worth at times, but that test has now strengthened you. You are no longer looking for validation in places that do not provide it consistently. You are standing in your own understanding, and that understanding is enough. This is the stability I wanted you to reach, because it allows you to move forward without hesitation. There may still be moments where you reflect on what this connection meant, but those reflections will no longer pull you back. They will simply remind you of what you have learned and how far you have come. You will see those moments with clarity instead of confusion, and with acceptance instead of questioning. This is how growth completes itself, not by erasing the past, but by understanding it fully. The person with the initial R has played their role, and now that role is complete. As you continue forward, you will begin to notice that your energy is being drawn toward things that feel lighter, clearer, and more aligned. You will feel less resistance and more flow because you are no longer carrying what was not meant to continue with you. This is how your path opens, not through force, but through alignment with what is right for you. You are stepping into a phase where your decisions are guided by clarity instead of confusion, and that changes everything. I am still with you in this, even as things become quieter and more stable. My guidance does not stop when the confusion fades because I continue to lead you toward what is ahead. You are not being left to walk alone, and you are not without direction. Everything that has unfolded has brought you to this point, and everything ahead is being prepared for you with the same care. You are moving forward with strength, with peace, and with a clear understanding that nothing meant for you will ever pass you by. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19. 000. People have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful. It feels divine, but this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. The person connected to the initial R is no longer something you are trying to figure out because you already know what their presence means in your life. This knowing is not loud or dramatic, but it is steady, certain, and impossible to shake. A quiet confidence is beginning to form inside you, replacing the uncertainty that once followed you. You are no longer searching for signs to prove what your spirit already understands, because your awareness has now become the confirmation. This connection no longer carries the same emotional weight because you have released the need to hold on to it. That release did not come through force, and it was not something you had to fight for. It happened naturally as your clarity became stronger. Type 1616 to affirm wisdom. You may notice now that when this person comes to mind, confusion and tension no longer rise in the same way. There is only understanding, and with that understanding comes peace. This is how you know you have moved beyond the influence of what once felt uncertain The person connected to the letter R has completed their role in your life, and you are no longer tied to that chapter in the same way. You have received the lesson you needed, and now you are moving forward without carrying unnecessary weight. Something deeper has also shifted within you, and it is your relationship with yourself. You are no longer questioning your instincts or doubting what you sense inside. You trust your own understanding now. And that trust is what keeps you aligned with your path. This connection may have once caused you to search outside yourself for answers, but now you are grounded within. This is where your true strength lives, because it cannot be shaken by outside circumstances. Type 1717 to receive strength. You are also beginning to understand that your future is not connected to what you have already outgrown. The space created by releasing this connection is now being filled with new direction, new clarity, and new opportunities. You may not see everything yet, but you can feel the shift, and that feeling is guiding you forward. What is coming into your life will not carry the same confusion or uncertainty, because it will match the clarity you now hold. This is how you will recognize what is truly meant for you. There may still be moments when you reflect on how this connection began and how everything unfolded. Those reflections are not meant to pull you back. They are meant to show you how much you have grown. You will see those moments differently now, not through confusion, but through understanding. You will recognize the lessons hidden inside those experiences, and you will see how they helped shape the person you are becoming. This is how you carry the past forward in a healthy way, by learning from it without remaining tied to it. You must also remember that your peace is something you now protect without hesitation. You no longer allow anything to disturb it without understanding why. This connection taught you the importance of protecting that peace, and now you are living in alignment with that truth. This is not temporary. It is something that will continue to guide you in every area of your life. When you protect your peace, you protect your path. There is also a sense of completion surrounding this chapter of your life, and that completion is bringing a quiet closure that does not need explanation. You are not waiting for anything more from this person, because you have already received what you needed. This is what it means to move forward with clarity, to leave something behind without feeling unfinished. The person connected to R is now part of your past understanding, and your future is no longer tied to their presence. As you continue forward, your focus will naturally shift toward what is ahead of you. You will feel drawn to what aligns with your peace, your growth, and your purpose. This is not something you need to force, because it will happen as you remain aligned with your clarity. What is meant for you will meet you where you are, and it will not require you to question yourself in the same way. This is the difference between what is aligned and what is not. I am still guiding you. Even in this place of calm and understanding, my presence does not fade when things become clear, because I continue to lead you toward what comes next. You are not walking alone, and you are not without direction. Everything that has unfolded has been preparing you for this moment, and everything ahead is being prepared with the same care. You are moving forward with strength, with peace, and with a clear sense of who you are. There is a deep stillness inside you now, and that stillness is not emptiness. It is filled with understanding, acceptance, and quiet strength that does not need to prove itself to anyone. You are no longer searching for answers about this connection, because you already have them. The connection itself has reached its natural conclusion in your awareness. Even if no outward event marked its ending, this is what it means to understand something completely, to reach a place where there is nothing left to question. Type 1818 to affirm completion. You may notice that your thoughts are no longer returning to this person in the same way. When they do appear, there is no emotional pull, no confusion, and no sense of unfinished business. This is because you have released the attachment that once kept your focus there. The person with the letter R is no longer something you are trying to figure out because you have already understood what needed to be understood. This is how you move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. There is also a deeper awareness within you now about how you choose the people and situations you allow into your life. You are no longer drawn to what creates uncertainty because you recognize the value of your peace. This shift is not temporary because it is rooted in the understanding you have gained. The connection with this person has taught you something important about your boundaries, your energy and your direction. You will carry that understanding with you into every future connection you encounter. Type 1919 to claim new beginnings. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150 million year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You are also stepping into a phase where your focus is no longer on what has already happened, but on what is unfolding ahead of you. Your energy is moving forward, and that movement is creating space for new experiences that align with your clarity. What is coming into your life will not feel confusing or uncertain because it will match the level of understanding you now carry. This is how you recognize alignment, not through effort, but through the natural sense of peace it brings. There may be moments where you reflect on how everything unfolded, and those reflections will come with a sense of calm instead of questioning. You will see the beginning, the middle, and the end of this connection as part of a complete picture. Nothing will feel unfinished because everything has already served its purpose. The person connected to R was part of your path, but they were never meant to define your future. You have now reached the point where you can see that clearly. You must also recognize the strength that has grown within you through this experience. You are no longer someone who ignores what you feel or overlooks what you sense deep inside. You have learned to trust your awareness, and that trust is what keeps you aligned. The connection with this person may have challenged you at times, but it also helped you develop this strength. Now that strength is part of who you are, and it will guide you in ways that protect your path. There is also a quiet sense of readiness within you now, a feeling that you are prepared for what is next. This readiness is not based on knowing every detail of the future, but on trusting that you are equipped to handle what comes. You no longer feel the need to control every outcome because you understand that clarity will guide you when it matters most. This is the confidence that comes from alignment, and it allows you to move forward without hesitation. As you continue on your path, you will begin to notice opportunities and connections that feel different from what you have experienced before. These will not bring confusion or uncertainty because they will align with the clarity you now hold. You will recognize them not by effort, but by the sense of peace that comes with them. This is how you will know that you are moving in the right direction, because what is meant for you will never disturb your peace. I am still with you in this, even as things become quiet and steady. My guidance does not stop when the lesson is understood, because I continue to lead you toward what is ahead. You are not walking alone, and you are not without direction. Everything that has unfolded has brought you to this point, and everything ahead is being prepared for you with the same care. You are moving forward, exactly as you are meant to. God says, it's only for you. 5 minutes left. There will be massive changes in your life. If you ignore this, I will never help. You are not here by accident. And you are not reading this by chance, because I have brought you to this exact moment for a reason that cannot be delayed or ignored. What I am about to release into your life is already moving, already shifting, and already aligning in ways you cannot yet see. And if you turn away now, you will step out of something that was prepared only for you. This is not a general call. This is not for everyone. This is personal, direct, and urgent. And it carries the weight of a change that will not wait forever. What is coming is tied to your obedience in this very moment. And your response will decide whether you step into what I have prepared or walk past it without knowing what you lost. Stay with this. Listen closely, because the next moments carry a doorway that will not remain open for long. Type Amen if you believe. I am speaking clearly, so you understand that the 5 minutes are not about time on a clock, but about a window of alignment, a short space where your attention, your faith, and your readiness must come together. You have been waiting for change, praying for something to break, hoping for movement where everything felt stuck. And now that movement is here, but it requires you to recognize it. If you ignore this call, it is not that I abandon you without love, but you choose to step away from what I am placing before you right now. I do not force your path, but I guide it. And when I guide it this strongly, it means something powerful is already in motion. You are standing at the edge of something that can shift your direction completely. And I am asking you to stay present so you do not miss it. There are moments in your life when everything changes quietly before it changes visibly. And this is one of those moments. You may not see immediate results in front of your eyes, but something has already begun to move in your favor, and it started before you even realized it. The reason this feels urgent is because your awareness must catch up with what I am already doing behind the scenes. When you stay attentive, when you receive this with faith, you step into alignment with what is unfolding instead of resisting it unknowingly. I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to awaken you to the importance of now, because now holds more power than you have been taught to understand. If you feel something stirring inside you right now, do not brush it away, because that is not emotion alone. That is recognition. Your spirit knows when I am speaking directly to you, and it responds even before your mind can fully process it. This is why you feel pulled to keep reading. Why something inside you refuses to let you scroll away or ignore what is being said. That pull is not random. It is intentional, and it is part of how I guide you toward what belongs to you. I have placed this before you so you can receive it. Not question it away or delay your response until the moment has passed. Take a second and support this by liking the video, because your small action here helps keep this reaching you and others who need it at the right time. You have faced delays, disappointments, and moments where it felt like nothing was moving, no matter how much you tried. But those moments were not empty. I was shaping something within you that could hold what I am about to release. Because without that preparation, the change would not stay. You were being strengthened in ways you did not notice. And now that strength is meeting opportunity at the same time, this is why I say there are only 5 minutes left, because the preparation phase is ending and the movement phase is beginning. When these two meet, everything can shift faster than you expect, but only if you are present to receive it. Type 11 to affirm. You may wonder what exactly is going to change. And I tell you that not every detail is meant to be revealed before it happens, because faith grows when you trust without seeing everything clearly. What I can tell you is that the change will touch areas of your life that have felt blocked or uncertain. and it will open paths that were not visible before. Doors that seemed closed will begin to respond differently, and situations that felt fixed will begin to move. This will not come as something small or barely noticeable, but as a shift you can feel, recognize, and step into. I am not speaking of distant possibilities. I am speaking of movement that has already begun and is approaching your present. You are chosen for this moment, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing to listen, willing to stay, and willing to receive. When I call you forward, many walk past moments like this because they are distracted, doubtful, or unwilling to pause and recognize what is being offered. You have been given the chance to do something different right now, to respond instead of ignore, to receive instead of hesitate. This is where your path separates from what it could have been and moves into what it is meant to become. I am guiding you into something that carries both blessing and responsibility, and your awareness is the key that unlocks it. Do not let fear tell you that this is too sudden or too much, because I do not bring you to a moment without also equipping you for it. What feels intense is only unfamiliar, not impossible, and once you step into it, you will realize you were prepared more than you knew. I have been walking with you through every hidden moment, every quiet struggle, and every unseen victory that brought you here. This is not the beginning of my work in your life. It is the next level of it. You have grown used to waiting, used to uncertainty, and even used to disappointment. But what is coming will not match those patterns anymore. This is why I am calling you to stay attentive, because the shift will feel unfamiliar, and you must not mistake that unfamiliar feeling for something to fear or avoid. A leaked Nord password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There are things that have been held back from you, not as punishment, but as protection, because you are not yet in the place to carry them without losing your balance. I have watched you ask for answers, for breakthroughs, and for relief, and I have not ignored you, even when it seemed silent. Every delay carried purpose, and every pause carried preparation, even when you could not see it clearly. Now the season of holding back is giving way to the season of release, and that release will come quickly once it begins. You must understand that when I move, I do not always move slowly, and what takes time to prepare can unfold in moments once it is ready. Type yes to affirm. You are being brought into alignment with something that has your name on it, something that cannot be claimed by anyone else, because it was not meant for them. This is why I said it is only for you, because what I am placing before you fits your path, your growth, and your purpose in a way that no one else can take or replace. If you turn away, it does not transfer to another. It simply remains unclaimed, waiting for a response that may not come again in the same way. I do not repeat moments like this endlessly, because they are tied to specific alignments that do not stay forever. When I say there are only minutes left, it is because the alignment is reaching its peak, and what you do now matters more than you realize. You have felt overlooked at times, as if others were receiving what you had been waiting for, and it created a quiet frustration within you that you did not always express. You wondered if your time would ever come, or if you were simply meant to watch others move forward while you remained where you were. I saw those thoughts, and I understood the weight they carried. But I also knew what I was preparing for you was not something that could be rushed. What I have been building for you required a deeper foundation, and now that foundation is ready to support what is coming next. This is your moment, not because you demanded it, but because you endured until it arrived. Do not confuse the urgency with pressure that harms you, because this urgency is meant to awaken you, not overwhelm you. I am not rushing you into confusion. I am calling you into clarity before the opportunity passes. When something important approaches, it often comes with a sense of intensity because it carries significance that cannot be treated casually. You are being asked to recognize value, to see beyond surface feelings, and to respond with intention instead of hesitation. This is where your attention becomes powerful, because what you focus on now determines how you step into what is already unfolding. There are people and situations around you that will begin to shift as well, and not all of them will remain the same. Some connections will grow stronger, while others will naturally fall away because they no longer align with where you are being led. This is not loss. It is adjustment, and it is necessary for you to move forward without being pulled back into what no longer serves your path. You may feel the change in relationships before you fully understand the change in your circumstances, and that is part of how I clear space for what is coming. Trust that even what leaves is making room for something better suited to your next step. Type 777 to receive blessings. You have been carrying burdens that were never meant to stay with you forever. And part of what is happening now is the release of those burdens so you can move freely into what is ahead. I am lifting things from you that have weighed you down, even when you thought you had to hold on to them just to keep going. This includes doubts, fears, and even certain expectations that limited how you saw your future. When those begin to fall away, it may feel like you are losing something, but what you are actually losing is what held you back. What remains will be lighter, clearer, and ready to move with the direction I am guiding you toward. The changes I am speaking of are not limited to one area of your life, but will touch multiple parts at once, creating a shift that you cannot ignore. You will notice differences in how you think, how you respond, and how you see opportunities that once felt out of reach. Things that seemed complicated will begin to feel more manageable, and paths that were hidden will start to become visible. This is not coincidence. It is alignment taking shape in real time, and it will continue to unfold as long as you stay connected to what I am showing you. The more you trust this process, the more clearly you will see it working in your favor. You are not alone in this moment, even if it feels personal and directed only at you, because I am with you in every step of what is happening. My presence is not distant or uncertain. It is steady, guiding, and active in ways you may not always notice immediately. When you feel unsure, remember that I am not leading you into confusion, but into clarity that unfolds piece by piece. You do not need to understand everything at once. You only need to stay willing to move with what you are being shown right now. Each step will reveal the next, and each moment of trust will open another part of what has been prepared for you. This is where your choice becomes real, because you can either lean into what is happening or pull back into what feels familiar and safe. Familiarity may feel comfortable, but it does not always lead to growth, and growth is what this moment is about. I am inviting you into something greater than what you have known, and it requires you to release the need to control every detail before you move forward. When you let go of that need, you create space for something better than what you could plan on your own. What I have prepared is not random, and it is not uncertain. It is intentional and designed for your good. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped. Thousands become debt-free in just weeks, but this breakthrough is under pressure and could disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. That is why I continue speaking, because I want you to remain aware of what is unfolding instead of slipping back into old patterns that kept you waiting. The moment you are in right now is filled with movement, and your attention is what keeps you connected to it. There are signs you have already noticed, even if you did not fully understand them when they appeared. Small changes in how situations unfold, subtle shifts in how people respond to you, and unexpected moments of clarity that seem to come without effort are all part of what I am doing. These things are not coincidences. They are signs that alignment has started and is continuing to grow. When you recognize these signs, you strengthen your connection to what is happening, and you move with it instead of questioning it away. Your awareness is not passive. It helps shape how you experience what is unfolding around you. Type 22. If you trust God, you have spent time trying to control outcomes because you did not want to be disappointed again. And that is understandable. When you have faced uncertainty for a long time, you begin to protect yourself by holding tightly to whatever you can manage. But what I am bringing into your life cannot be controlled in the same way, because it is meant to expand beyond what you have known. This is where trust becomes more important than control, and where your willingness to release tight expectations allows something greater to enter. I am not asking you to become careless. I am asking you to become open to what I am guiding into your life. There are layers of your life being rearranged. Some are visible, and some are still hidden. And both matter. The visible changes help you recognize that something is happening, while the hidden changes prepare the deeper structure that will support what comes next. You may notice certain delays suddenly resolving, or problems finding solutions without the struggle you expected. These are signs that the deeper alignment is working in your favor, even when you cannot see the entire picture. Trust that what is unseen is just as active as what you can observe, because both are part of the same movement. You are not the same person you were when you first began asking for change, and that difference matters more than you realize. Growth has taken place within you, quietly shaping how you think, how you respond, and how you understand your own path. Because of that growth, you are now able to receive what once might have overwhelmed you or passed by unnoticed. I have not only been preparing your circumstances, I have been preparing you to meet them with strength. This is why timing matters, because it brings who you have become into alignment with what is now arriving. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. There may still be a part of you that hesitates, wondering whether this is truly real or whether it will fade like other moments that once seemed promising. That hesitation is rooted in past experiences, not in what is happening now. You are being asked to respond based on what is present, not on what has already passed. Because this moment is not repeating the past, what is unfolding now carries a different depth, a different direction, and a different outcome than what you have known before. When you let go of old expectations, you allow yourself to step fully into what is new. You will begin to notice that your decisions feel clearer and your steps feel more certain, even if you cannot explain why. That clarity is not something you created on your own. It is something I am placing within you so you can move forward without confusion. When you follow that clarity, you remain aligned with what is unfolding, and each step leads naturally into the next. You do not need to see the entire path ahead to walk with confidence, because I am revealing it to you in the exact way you need. This is how guidance works when you are willing to trust it. There are opportunities that will appear in ways you did not expect, and they may not look exactly like what you once imagined. If you hold too tightly to old ideas of how things should happen, you may overlook what is actually being offered. I am asking you to remain flexible, to recognize value even when it comes in a form you did not anticipate. What matters is not the appearance of the opportunity, but the alignment it carries with your path. When something feels right at a deeper level, pay attention to it, because that is often where I am guiding you. You are stepping into a phase where movement begins to replace waiting, and progress becomes something you can feel instead of only hope for. This will not happen all at once, but it will happen consistently, building momentum with each step you take. The frustration of standing still will begin to fade as you see things moving forward in ways that feel natural and steady. This is the result of alignment meeting action, and it creates a flow that carries you forward without forcing you. You will begin to understand what it means to move with purpose instead of pushing against resistance. There are also things that will test your focus during this time. Small distractions may try to pull your attention away from what truly matters. These distractions may seem harmless, but they can shift your awareness if you allow them to take too much of your energy. I am reminding you to stay centered, to keep your attention on what is unfolding instead of being drawn back into habits that do not serve you. Your focus is a powerful tool, and where you place it determines how strongly you remain connected to this moment. Guard it carefully, because it helps you stay aligned with what I am doing. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, cleared debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. As this continues, you will feel a growing sense of stability within yourself, even as external changes take place. That stability comes from knowing that you are being guided, and that you are not navigating this alone. When you trust that guidance, you move with confidence instead of hesitation, and that confidence strengthens your path. I am not leading you into uncertainty without support. I am leading you into a future that is being shaped with intention. Each step you take in trust reinforces that path and brings you closer to what has been prepared for you. Stay present, because the movement is still unfolding, and there is more that is being revealed as you continue forward. What you have already experienced is only the beginning of a larger shift that will continue to develop. You are no longer standing at the edge. You are stepping into the change itself. And each moment now carries more weight than the last. What you do with your attention, your thoughts, and your trust is shaping how this unfolds in your life. There is a quiet strength rising within you, one that you did not always feel before, and it is not coming from your circumstances, but from what I am placing inside you. This strength is steady, not loud, and it allows you to remain grounded even as things begin to shift. You may notice that situations that once unsettled you no longer have the same hold, and that is because you are being anchored in something deeper. When you are anchored, you are not easily shaken, and this stability is necessary for what is coming next. I am not only changing what is around you, I am strengthening what is within you so you can carry what is being given. Type 1010 to claim miracles. You are entering a space where clarity and direction will begin to replace confusion and hesitation. And this will feel different from anything you have experienced before. Decisions that once felt heavy will begin to feel lighter, and paths that once seemed uncertain will become more defined. This is not because everything suddenly becomes simple, but because you are being guided with greater precision. When you follow that guidance, you move with a sense of ease that does not come from your own effort alone. It comes from alignment, and alignment is what allows things to flow instead of resist. There are areas of your life where you felt stuck for a long time, where progress seemed slow or even impossible. And those areas are now being unlocked. What once required constant effort will begin to move with less struggle, and what once seemed closed will begin to open. You may not understand immediately how these changes are happening, but you will feel the difference as they unfold. This is the result of timing, meeting, readiness, and both are present in this moment. When these come together, movement happens naturally, and you begin to see results that once felt out of reach. Do not let doubt try to return as things begin to change, because doubt often appears when something new is forming. It will try to remind you of past disappointments, trying to convince you that this will be the same, but it is not. What is happening now carries a different foundation, one that has been built carefully over time. You are not stepping into another cycle of waiting. You are stepping into a new phase of movement. When doubt appears, recognize it for what it is and choose to stay aligned with what you are experiencing now. Type 2. If you trust God, you will also begin to notice a shift in how you see yourself, because as your circumstances change, your identity within those circumstances also evolves. You are not the same person who once questioned your path without clarity, and you are not meant to remain in that place. I am revealing to you a version of yourself that carries confidence, purpose, and a deeper understanding of your direction. This is not something you have to force. It will emerge naturally as you continue to walk forward. When you see yourself differently, you act differently, and that action supports the change that is already happening. There will be moments where you pause and realize that things are no longer as they were, and that realization will bring both relief and adjustment. Change, even when it is good, requires you to let go of what you were used to, and that can feel unfamiliar at first. Do not resist that feeling, because it is part of your transition into something better. I am guiding you through that transition so it does not overwhelm you, but instead strengthens you as you move forward. Each step you take will make the next one feel more natural, and soon what felt new will begin to feel right. You are also being positioned in ways that will allow you to influence situations and outcomes more than you could before. This influence does not come from control but from alignment, because when you are aligned, your presence carries clarity and direction. Others may begin to notice this shift in you, even if they cannot fully explain it, and it will change how they interact with you. Some will be drawn to the clarity you carry, while others may step back because they no longer resonate with your path. Both responses are part of the adjustment that is taking place around you. There is something important happening in the way you respond to challenges now, because you are no longer reacting from fear or uncertainty. Instead, you are beginning to respond with steadiness, with a sense of knowing that does not come from external validation. This change in response is one of the strongest signs that you are aligned with what is happening. When you respond differently, you change the outcome of situations, and that creates a ripple effect that continues to shape your path. What once felt like obstacles will begin to feel like steps that move you forward, instead of holding you back. Why are over 547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are being guided into a rhythm where things begin to work together instead of against you. And this rhythm creates a sense of flow in your life. When you are in this flow, you do not feel like you are forcing things to happen because they unfold in a way that feels natural and supported. This does not mean there will be no effort, but it means your effort will be effective and aligned. You will begin to see results that reflect the direction you are moving in, and that will reinforce your trust in what is happening. This is how alignment turns into visible progress, step by step. Stay aware of how you feel in each moment, because your inner response will often guide you before your outer situation fully reveals itself. When something feels right at a deeper level, it is often because it is connected to what I am doing in your life. When something feels off, it may be a sign to pause and reconsider your direction. I am not leaving you without guidance. I am placing it within you so you can recognize it in real time. This inner awareness becomes stronger as you continue to trust it, and it will help you navigate what is ahead. You are moving further into the change now, and it is becoming more visible with each step you take. What once felt like a distant possibility is now becoming part of your present experience, and that is something you should not overlook. I am continuing to guide you to open paths and to strengthen you as you move forward. This is not the end of the shift. It is the continuation of it, and there is still more that will unfold as you remain present. Keep moving with what is happening, because you are already within the change you have been waiting for, and it is growing stronger with every moment. You can feel it more clearly now. The shift is no longer something you are trying to understand. It is something you are experiencing. What once felt distant has moved closer, and what once felt uncertain is beginning to take shape right in front of you. I am not speaking to convince you anymore. I am speaking to guide you as you walk through what is already happening. The moment you are in is active, alive, and unfolding with purpose. And your awareness keeps you connected to its direction. This is where everything begins to feel more real, more grounded, and more certain within you. There is a deeper level of peace beginning to settle inside you, even as changes continue to move around you. This peace does not come from everything being perfect, but from knowing that you are being guided through it all. When you carry this peace, you are not easily shaken by sudden shifts or unexpected turns because you understand that I am still in control. This calm strength allows you to move forward without panic, and it gives you clarity even when things are still forming. I am placing this within you so you can walk through change with confidence instead of fear. Type 888 to receive favor. You are starting to notice that what once drained your energy no longer has the same hold on you. And that is part of your transformation. Old patterns, old thoughts, and even old reactions are losing their power because you are no longer aligned with them. This is not something you forced. It is something that naturally happens when you step into a new level of awareness. As these old patterns fade, you create space for new ways of thinking and responding to take their place. This is how your inner world begins to match the changes happening around you. There are moments now where you will feel a sense of certainty without needing proof. And that certainty is something I am placing within you. It is a quiet knowing that guides you without needing constant reassurance from outside sources. When you follow that knowing, you move with confidence even when you cannot explain every detail. This is how you begin to trust the path without needing to see the entire road ahead. I am teaching you to rely on what I am placing inside you, because that is where your true guidance comes from. You are also stepping into a time where your actions will begin to carry more impact than before. Small decisions will lead to larger outcomes, and simple steps will create noticeable movement. This is because you are now aligned with the direction I am guiding you toward, and alignment makes every step more effective. What once felt like effort without results will now begin to show progress, and that progress will build your confidence. You will see that your actions are no longer wasted, but are contributing directly to what is unfolding in your life. Type 333 to claim your breakthrough. There are opportunities forming that will require you to act with courage, even if you do not feel completely ready. Courage does not mean you have no fear. It means you move forward, even when there is uncertainty. I am not asking you to wait until everything feels perfect, because that moment may never come. I am asking you to trust that you are prepared enough to take the next step, even if you cannot see the entire path. When you act with this kind of trust, you step into opportunities that would otherwise remain out of reach. You may also notice that certain things you once desired no longer feel as important, and that is not loss. It is growth. Your priorities are shifting to match the direction you are being led. And this helps you focus on what truly matters. When your focus changes, your energy follows. And this allows you to invest yourself in what will actually move you forward. I am refining your desires so they align with your purpose, and this makes your path clearer. What you let go of now is making space for something more meaningful to take its place. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There will be moments where you look back and realize how far you have come, and that realization will strengthen your trust in what is happening. You will see that the struggles you faced were not wasted, but were part of what prepared you for this time. Every challenge, every delay, and every moment of uncertainty contributed to who you have become. Now that you are here, you can see those experiences differently, not as setbacks, but as steps that led you forward. This understanding will help you move ahead without carrying the weight of your past. You are entering a rhythm where things begin to align more naturally, and this rhythm will guide your steps without forcing you. When you are in this rhythm, you will notice that things fall into place at the right time, and that you are where you need to be when it matters. This is not coincidence. It is alignment working in your favor, and it will continue as long as you stay connected to what I am doing. Trust this rhythm, because it is leading you in the direction that has been prepared for you. The more you follow it, the more you will see how everything connects. As this continues, you will feel a growing sense of purpose, a clear understanding that you are moving towards something meaningful. This purpose will not always be fully defined, but it will guide you in the right direction. You will begin to make choices that reflect this purpose, and those choices will shape your path. I am revealing this to you step by step so you are not overwhelmed but still guided with clarity. Each step you take in alignment with this purpose will bring you closer to what has been set before you. You are not walking this path alone. Even when it feels deeply personal and directed only at you, I am present in every step, guiding, strengthening, and opening the way ahead. When you feel uncertain, remember that I am not distant. I am actively working within your life. You do not need to carry everything on your own because I am with you in every moment. This awareness will give you strength because you will know that you are supported even when things feel challenging. Stay present because what is unfolding is still growing, and there is more that will be revealed as you continue forward. You have already stepped into the change, and now you are moving deeper into it with each moment. What you are experiencing now is only part of a larger transformation that is still developing. I am guiding you through every part of this, and I will continue to do so as long as you remain aware and willing to move forward. Keep going because you are already within the life you have been waiting for, and it is becoming clearer with every step you take. There is a new level of awareness forming within you, one that allows you to see beyond what is immediately in front of you. You are beginning to understand connections between events, to notice patterns that once seemed random, and to recognize how everything is aligning in your favor. This awareness is not something you learn from outside. It is something I am awakening inside you. When you see with this kind of clarity, you do not move blindly. You move with understanding. This is how you step forward with confidence because you are no longer guessing your way through your path. Type 6. 6. To break every chain. You may feel moments where everything becomes very still, almost as if time slows down around you. And in those moments, pay close attention. That stillness is not emptiness. It is space where I am positioning things in ways you cannot see yet. When everything feels quiet, it often means something is being set in place that requires precision. Do not mistake stillness for lack of movement, because some of the most important shifts happen when nothing seems to be happening on the surface. Trust those moments because they are part of how I prepare what comes next. There is also a growing strength in how you handle uncertainty now, because you are no longer reacting with fear as you once did. You are learning to stand steady even when you do not have all the answers. And that steadiness is what allows you to move forward. When you remain steady, you do not lose direction, and you do not become overwhelmed by what you cannot control. This is a sign that you are aligned with what I am doing, because alignment brings stability even in changing circumstances. You are not being shaken. You are being strengthened. You are beginning to see that what once felt like obstacles were actually redirections, guiding you away from paths that were not meant for you. Those closed doors, those delays, and those unexpected turns were not working against you. They were positioning you for this moment. When you understand this, you release frustration and replace it with trust because you see the purpose behind what happened. This shift in understanding allows you to move forward without carrying the weight of what did not work out. You are free to step into what is now opening before you. Type 999 to step into your purpose. There are new opportunities forming that will require you to respond quickly, not out of pressure, but out of readiness. You have been prepared for this, even if you did not realize it at the time. And now that preparation is meeting opportunity. When these moments appear, do not hesitate too long because they are connected to the alignment that is currently active in your life. Acting with awareness will allow you to step into them fully, while hesitation may cause you to miss their full potential. I am guiding you to recognize these moments so you can move with confidence when they arrive. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work, just the right words? This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free. 6. Financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public, and now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are also being drawn into a deeper sense of purpose, one that goes beyond temporary goals or short-term desires. This purpose will begin to influence your decisions, your priorities, and even the way you see your future. It is not something that will always be fully explained, but it will be felt clearly within you. When you follow this sense of purpose, you move in a direction that carries meaning and fulfillment. I am revealing this to you gradually, so you can grow into it without feeling overwhelmed. There will be moments where you feel a strong pull to move in a certain direction, even if it does not fully make sense at first. That pull is not random, it is guidance, and it is leading you toward what is meant for you. When you follow it, you will find that things begin to align more easily and that the path becomes clearer with each step. This is how I lead you. Not always with full explanations, but with clear direction that unfolds as you move. Trust that what you feel is part of the guidance I am placing within you. You are entering a time where your actions will begin to reflect your growth, and others will notice the difference. They may not understand what has changed, but they will see that you carry a different energy, a different focus, and a different sense of direction. This is because you are no longer moving from uncertainty, but from alignment with what I am doing in your life. When you move from this place, your presence itself begins to influence your surroundings. This is not something you need to force. It happens naturally as you continue to grow. There is also a deeper level of peace settling within you, one that remains even when things around you are still shifting. This peace is not dependent on circumstances. It comes from knowing that you are being guided and supported. When you carry this peace, you are not easily shaken by changes because you trust that everything is unfolding as it should. This trust allows you to move forward without fear, even when the path is still being revealed. I am placing this peace within you so you can walk through this transformation with confidence. You will begin to notice that what once felt uncertain now feels like part of your natural direction. And that is a sign that you are fully stepping into alignment. The path ahead may still hold unknowns, but you will not feel lost within them because you are being guided. Each step you take will bring more clarity, more understanding, and more confidence in where you are going. This is how transformation becomes your new reality, not as something distant, but as something you live in every day. What once felt like a distant promise is now becoming part of your daily experience, and that is not something to overlook. This is where transformation stops being something you wait for and becomes something you live. There is a deeper confidence rising within you, one that does not depend on what others say or how situations appear on the surface. This confidence is quiet but strong, and it allows you to stand firm even when things around you are still adjusting. You are beginning to trust your steps, to trust your direction, and to trust what you feel inside. This trust is not something you forced. It has grown through everything you have experienced up to this point. I have been building this within you so you can move forward without constantly questioning yourself. Type 444 to stay aligned. You will notice that your thoughts are becoming clearer, less scattered, and more focused on what truly matters. This clarity is helping you see opportunities without being distracted by things that do not serve your path. What once pulled your attention in many directions is losing its hold, and you are becoming more centered. When you are centered, your decisions become stronger and your actions become more effective. This is how alignment begins to shape not only your circumstances, but also your mindset. There are doors opening now that were not available to you before, and some of them may come in ways you did not expect. They may not look exactly like what you imagined, but they carry the same purpose you have been waiting for. When you recognize them, do not hesitate to step forward, because they are part of what has been prepared for you. I am placing these opportunities in your path so you can move into the next phase of your life. What you do with them will determine how quickly you continue to grow. You are also releasing the weight of past failures, not by forgetting them, but by understanding them differently. What once felt like mistakes now appear as lessons that shaped your strength and awareness. This shift in perspective frees you from carrying unnecessary burdens, allowing you to move forward with greater ease. You are no longer defined by what did not work, but by what you have become through it. This freedom is essential for you to fully step into what is ahead. Type 555 to welcome change. There is a new sense of direction forming in your life, one that feels natural instead of forced. You are not trying to figure everything out anymore. You are beginning to move with what feels right and aligned. This does not mean you have all the answers, but it means you are no longer lost in uncertainty. I am guiding you step by step, revealing what you need to know when you need to know it. This is how your path becomes clear. Not all at once, but through consistent movement forward, you may find that your environment begins to reflect the changes within you as situations adjust to match your new direction. People may respond to you differently. Opportunities may appear more frequently, and challenges may feel more manageable. This is not coincidence. It is alignment working outward from within you. As you continue to grow, your surroundings will continue to shift in response. This is how your inner transformation begins to shape your outer reality. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There will be moments where you feel a strong sense of purpose, even if you cannot fully explain it. That purpose will guide your actions, helping you make decisions that move you forward. It will not always be loud or obvious, but it will be consistent and steady. When you follow it, you will find yourself moving in the right direction without forcing anything. I am placing this purpose within you so you can walk your path with confidence and clarity. You are also stepping into a time where your efforts will begin to produce visible results. What once felt like work without reward will now begin to show progress and growth. This will strengthen your belief in what is happening, and it will encourage you to keep moving forward. When you see results, you understand that your actions are aligned with something greater. This is how your confidence continues to grow through experience and evidence of change. There is a balance forming within you between patience and action, allowing you to move forward without rushing or holding back. You are learning when to step forward and when to wait. And this balance keeps you aligned with what is unfolding. When you move with this balance, you do not waste energy and you do not miss opportunities. I am guiding you into this rhythm so you can navigate your path with wisdom and clarity. This is how you move forward effectively without forcing or delaying. As this continues, you will feel a stronger connection to your path, a sense that you are exactly where you need to be. This feeling will not depend on perfect circumstances, but on the understanding that you are being guided. When you carry this understanding, you move forward with confidence even when things are still changing. I am with you in every step, ensuring that you are not alone in this journey. This awareness will give you strength because you will know that you are supported. Stay present because what is unfolding is still growing, and there is more that will be revealed as you continue forward. You have come too far to turn back now, and you are already stepping into the life that has been prepared for you. There is a new level of stability settling into your spirit, one that cannot be easily shaken by what happens around you. This stability comes from alignment, not from perfect conditions, and it allows you to remain steady even when things are still adjusting. You are no longer reacting quickly to every shift, but responding with calm and clarity. This change in you is not small. It is a sign that you have grown into a place where you can carry more without being overwhelmed. I have strengthened you for this, and now you are beginning to feel the result of that preparation. Type 111 to step into alignment. You are also noticing that your decisions are becoming more intentional, guided by a deeper understanding rather than surface reactions. This means you are no longer being led by fear or uncertainty, but by clarity that comes from within. When you make decisions from this place, they carry strength and direction, and they lead you forward with purpose. I am guiding your thoughts so they align with what is unfolding, and that alignment makes your path clearer. You are not wandering anymore. You are moving with intention. There are changes happening in how you see your future because you are no longer limited by what you once believed was possible. Your vision is expanding, and with that expansion comes new possibilities that were not visible before. You are beginning to understand that your path is not fixed, but growing and unfolding as you move forward. This realization frees you from old limitations and allows you to step into something greater. I am showing you that your future is not something you wait for, but something you actively walk into. You will also notice that your energy is being directed more efficiently, no longer scattered across things that do not matter. This focus allows you to invest yourself fully into what is aligned with your purpose. When your energy becomes focused, your progress becomes stronger and more consistent. You are no longer wasting effort. You are building something that continues to grow with every step you take. This is how alignment becomes lasting results, through steady and focused movement. Type 1313 to receive divine guidance. There is a deeper connection forming between what is happening inside you and what is beginning to appear around you. A harmony is being created that was not present before. What you feel within is starting to reflect in your outer experiences, and that connection is strengthening your confidence. When your inner world and outer world begin to align, you move with a sense of unity that makes your path feel more natural. I am bringing these parts together so you can experience consistency instead of conflict. This harmony is a sign that you are truly stepping into alignment. You may begin to see challenges differently, not as obstacles meant to stop you, but as opportunities that help you grow and continue forward. This shift in perspective changes the way you respond to difficulty, allowing you to face it with strength instead of frustration. When you see challenges this way, they lose their power to hold you back. Instead, they become steps that carry you further along your path. I am shaping your understanding so you can move through life with resilience and clarity. There is also a growing gratitude within you, not only for what you have, but for what you have overcome. This gratitude strengthens your connection to what is unfolding, because it helps you see value in every part of your journey. When you carry gratitude, you remain open to receiving more because you recognize what is already present. I am placing this within you so you can move forward with a heart that is ready to receive. This readiness is what keeps you aligned with what is coming. A leaked 9-word password is quietly changing people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it every day from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways connected to money and works much faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it is spreading too quickly. But the government could remove this secret at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. You are stepping into a phase where your actions and your purpose begin moving together in a clear and consistent way. There is less separation between what you feel called to do and what you actually do. This alignment creates a sense of fulfillment that you may not have experienced before. When your actions match your purpose, you move forward with confidence and clarity. I am guiding you into this space so you can live in a way that reflects what has been placed within you. There will be moments when everything feels very clear and you understand exactly what needs to be done next. In those moments, act with confidence, because that clarity is part of the guidance I am giving you. Do not hesitate or second-guess yourself when you feel that certainty, because it is there to move you forward. When you act on that clarity, you strengthen your connection to what I am doing. This is how your path continues to unfold. Through action that follows understanding, there is a deeper assurance growing within you, one that does not need constant confirmation in order to remain strong. You are beginning to trust what you feel without needing outside proof. And the trust is guiding your steps with confidence. This is not something temporary. It is something that is becoming part of who you are. When you carry this assurance, you move forward without hesitation because you know you are being guided. I am strengthening this within you so you can continue without losing direction. Type 1414 to receive strength. You are also recognizing that your path is no longer shaped by past limitations, but by present alignment. What once held you back no longer carries the same influence because you have moved beyond that place. This shift is not something you forced. It is something that naturally happened as you stepped into what I was doing. When you release what no longer serves you, you create space for what is meant to grow. I am guiding you into this space so you can continue expanding without being pulled backward. There is a new level of awareness in how you respond to everything around you, and that awareness is changing your experiences. You are no longer reacting from old patterns, but responding with clarity and intention. This shift in response is powerful because it changes how situations unfold in your life. When you respond differently, outcomes begin to change, and that change builds momentum. I am guiding your responses so they align with what is unfolding. You will notice that things are beginning to feel more natural, less forced, and more aligned with your direction. This is not because everything is perfect, but because you are moving in a way that matches what has been prepared for you. When you are aligned, things flow more easily and your effort produces results. You are beginning to understand what it means to move with purpose instead of resistance. This is how your path becomes clearer with every step you take. Type 1515 to claim your path. There is also a deeper connection forming between your thoughts and your actions, creating consistency in how you move forward. You are no longer thinking one way and acting another. You are becoming unified in your direction. This unity strengthens your progress because it removes confusion and hesitation. When your thoughts and actions align, you move with clarity and confidence. I am bringing this alignment into your life so you can continue to grow without conflict. You are stepping into a time where your influence will begin to grow, not through force, but through presence and clarity, others will begin to notice the steadiness within you, and it will affect how they respond to you. This is not something you need to control. It will happen naturally as you continue to align with what I am doing. Your presence will begin to carry a sense of direction that others can feel, even if they cannot explain it. This is part of how your life begins to reflect the transformation within you. There will be moments when you feel a strong sense of fulfillment, even if everything is not yet complete. And that fulfillment matters. It shows you that you are moving in the right direction and that what is unfolding is real. You do not need to wait until everything is finished to feel this, because it grows as you continue forward. I am allowing you to experience this so you can remain encouraged and focused. This fulfillment is a sign that you are aligned with your purpose. You are also learning to trust timing in a way you did not before, understanding that everything unfolds when it is meant to. You are no longer trying to rush what is still forming, and you are no longer holding back when it is time to move. This balance allows you to move forward without frustration or delay. I am guiding your timing so you can step into each moment when it is ready. This is how your path continues to unfold with clarity. There is a sense of completion beginning to form in certain areas of your life, where things that once felt unresolved are now coming into place. This completion brings peace because it allows you to move forward without carrying unfinished weight. You are closing chapters that needed to end and opening new ones that are aligned with your direction. This is not an ending without purpose. It is a transition into something greater. I am guiding you through this so you can move forward freely. What secret did elites once use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password has now been leaked to the public. People are using it every day and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, and life-changing. It has already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and could disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone.